What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Toro. For some time now, people have been wondering exactly what is this new Nintendo Switch Pokemon game going to be called? And of course, there's a lot of rumors online as to what that title or titles could be. And you got some impatient people online trying to guess those titles. Since I've been wondering myself, I thought I'd make a huge list of potential titles this new Pokemon game could have. And I'll be starting off with titles that could highlight exactly how expansive and massive this new world of Pokemon could be. And compared to other mainline Pokemon games, titles that could express how different and complete this sequel would be in contrast. The first one on the list is Pokemon Stars, which seemed to be the most popular rumor out there. And I guess it's the only element that Pokemon hasn't used in their titles yet, so it makes sense and it's kinda catchy. The next one would be Pokemon Worlds, which was taken from the Super Smash Bros. Rumored title, but it's kind of a small rumor, so I thought it might work better for Pokemon, since it's rumored to be different from the rest and potentially open world. The next one is Pokemon Cosmos. It seemed to be the closest thing to Stars. Pokemon Trainer, or Trainers, just to highlight that adventure aspect that you might experience as a trainer in that world. Pokemon Adventure. Pokemon Explorer. Maybe you won't specifically be a trainer, but rather someone who just loves to explore. Pokemon Journey. Perhaps the main character will make their own path and narrative and missions, like an actual sandbox game. Pokemon Colossus, just to express how huge that world is going to be. Pokemon Titan. Maybe there's going to be a new Pokemon named Titan, and perhaps it'll be the biggest Pokemon in history, which will warrant the scale of this world, and give the open world's massive size more purpose. Pokemon Ancient. Like Skyrim, maybe there's going to be an ancient world that you'll be able to cross over to from the current world. Pokemon Legends. Maybe this game's going to be a highlight of past Pokemon events in history, just to experience on the console for the first time. Pokemon Universe. Again, it's another title close to Stars, and there are galactic Pokemon as well. Perhaps we'll go into space and new galaxies in this one. And lastly, for this batch of titles, Pokemon Complete. Maybe this will have every Pokemon world combined, but brought to a higher scaled experience. This next batch of titles will mostly highlight the Switch's ability to change between handheld and console, and it'll express how it could be brought over to this new Pokemon game. This first one is probably the best title on this list, and it's most likely the thumbnail. Pokemon Omni, because two different playstyles, maybe two different worlds, and it just sounds perfect. Pokemon Evolution. Pokemon Seas. You know, play however you want, whenever you want. Pokemon Neo. A new type of experience. Pokemon Union. A perfect crossover between handheld and console. Pokemon Unity. Maybe there's also going to be a big multiplayer transition. And the last one in this batch, Pokemon Alter. Sounds catchy enough and shows how different this sequel will be from the handheld ones. This next batch of titles is supposed to highlight two different versions of Pokemon console game types, just like the handheld sequels, like with Red and Blue. The first title is Pokemon Yin and Yang, just to be as literal and simple as possible. Pokemon Light and Dark, because Black and White's already taken. Pokemon Ancient and Neo, or Neo and Ancient. Maybe these two different versions will be more than just different Pokemon types, but two different worlds and styles of gameplay entirely. Perhaps Ancient will represent the older style of gameplay, and Neo a new style. Pokemon Regen and Degen. Another highlight how different these two versions will be from one another. Pokemon Plus and Minus, just like the Joy-Cons. And I heard someone say this title before. It sounds really catchy, and it sounds like a title that's simple and that suits the Switch appropriately. Pokemon Duo. Sounds good enough. And the last one is Pokemon Excalibur and Avalon. They're two ancient swords with the same origin, and I'm just trying to get a little more creative. And that's the end of all the serious titles on this list. If you have any ideas on what the potential title for the new Nintendo Switch Pokemon game will be, let everybody know. And the rest of these titles are the ones that just couldn't make the cut. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Later. Pokemon Wet and Dry. Pokemon for Nintendo Switch. Pokemon Working Title. Pokemon Pikachu's Great Journey into Manhood. Pokemon Adventure 2 Battle. Pokemon Heroes. Pokemon The Misty Chronicles. Pokemon Will Ash Ever Get a W? Pokemon Season 971. Pokemon Outro. Pokemon Tide Pod. Pokemon Travis Strikes Again. Pokemon Why Won't You Die?
Thunderbolt!
Hey, don't boss me around.
Go!